Ever pondered over the fact that Nepal, the birthplace of Gautama Buddha, was never colonized despite its strategic position between two historical powers, India and China? Tucked away in the heart of the Himalayas, this small yet resilient nation has stood the test of time, managing to maintain its sovereignty throughout history. Nepal's geographical location has played a significant role in shaping its destiny. Encapsulated by the towering peaks of the Himalayas on one side and the dense jungles of the Terai on the other, Nepal was always a fortress difficult to penetrate, yet a gem worth conquering. Positioned between India and China, two major civilizations of the ancient world, Nepal was a melting pot of cultures, ideas, and trade. But its impenetrable natural barriers and astute diplomacy kept the colonial powers at bay, allowing Nepal to chart an independent course through history. Indeed, the history of Nepal, undisturbed by foreign invasions, is a captivating journey that we're about to delve into. Our journey begins in the Neolithic Age, where the first known settlements in Nepal were established. Now, let's journey back in time to when the mighty Himalayas were still young, and the lands of Nepal were home to its first known settlers. These early inhabitants left their mark in the form of stone tools and pottery, telling us that they had begun to master their environment and lay the foundation for what would become an incredible civilization. This leads us to the Kirat period, a time of significant change in Nepal. The Kirats were fierce warriors, but they were also known for their artistic abilities, especially in wood carving. Their reign, lasting over 1,600 years, was a period of great transformation. The Kirats made their mark on the cultural and political landscape of Nepal, introducing their own language and customs, and establishing a strong, centralized administration. The effects of their influence are still seen today in the traditions and folklore of the Kirat people. Next, we move on to the Licchavi era, which was a golden period for Nepal. The Licchavi dynasty, known for their patronage of the arts, left behind an indelible mark on Nepal's cultural heritage. It was during this era that the construction of the Kathmandu Valley began, a project so grand that it is now recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Licchavi rulers built beautiful temples, palaces, and monuments, many of which stand to this day as a testament to their architectural prowess and aesthetic sensibility. But it wasn't just about physical constructions. The Licchavis also built a strong social and political structure, implementing laws and regulations that promoted justice and equality. They fostered a sense of unity and harmony among the diverse communities living within their realm. Their rule was marked by peace, prosperity, and cultural flourishing. From the Kirats to the Licchavis, the ancient period was a time of growth and cultural development in Nepal. This was an era that laid the groundwork for the nation we know today, a time when the seeds of Nepal's unique culture and identity were sown. And as we move forward in our journey, we'll see how these seeds blossomed into a rich and diverse civilization. Moving forward to the 12th century, the Malla dynasty took the reins of Nepal, transforming it into a hub of art and architecture. As we journey through the annals of Nepalese history, the Malla dynasty emerges as a period of significant transformation. Spanning over 6 centuries, from the 12th to the 18th century, the Malla era is often hailed as the golden age of Nepal due to its remarkable cultural and architectural advancements. The Malla kings were great patrons of the arts. Their reign saw a proliferation of temples and palaces, intricately carved and beautifully adorned. This architectural renaissance forever changed the face of Nepal, especially the Kathmandu Valley, which is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. One of the most influential figures of this era was King Jayasthiti Malla. Known for his administrative acumen, Jayasthiti Malla introduced legal and social reforms that continue to shape Nepalese society today. His most controversial, yet impactful reform was the introduction of the caste system, a social hierarchy that would deeply ingrain itself into Nepalese society for centuries to come. But the Malla era wasn't just about monumental architecture and societal structures. It was also a time of cultural blossoming. Literature, music, dance, and drama thrived under the Malla rule. The Malla kings themselves often partook in these artistic pursuits, furthering their patronage and fostering a rich cultural milieu. Yet, like all great dynasties, the Malla rule wasn't without its share of strife. The dynasty was often marred by internal conflicts and power struggles. Towards the end of their reign, the Malla king's authority was fragmented, leading to the division of the kingdom into three separate entities: Kathmandu, Patan, and Bhaktapur. Despite the conflicts and divisions, the Malla dynasty's legacy is undeniable. Their contributions to art, architecture, and society have left an indelible mark on Nepal, shaping its unique cultural identity. The Malla reign, although marked by internal strife, left an indelible mark on Nepal's cultural tapestry. As the Malla dynasty waned, a new era dawned with King Prithvi Narayan Shah and the unification of Nepal. Now, let's journey back to the mid-18th century, when the small kingdom of Gorkha, under the leadership of King Prithvi Narayan Shah, embarked on an ambitious dream: to unite the fragmented regions of Nepal into a single, unified nation. King Prithvi Narayan Shah was a visionary who saw beyond the regional divisions and differences. He foresaw a Nepal that was united, strong, and independent. His vision was not merely of territorial expansion, but of national unity and cultural integration. He believed in the concept of a melting pot, where diverse cultures, languages, and traditions could coexist, contributing to the rich tapestry of a unified Nepal. The process of unification was not easy. It involved strategic alliances, intense negotiations, and fierce battles. Yet King Prithvi Narayan Shah, with his indomitable spirit, steered his kingdom through these challenges. He conquered important city-states like Kathmandu, Patan, and Bhaktapur, which formed the nucleus of the unified Nepal. There is a famous saying attributed to him that encapsulates his vision: "Nepal is a garden of 4 castes and 36 subcastes." This quote reflects his inclusive vision, recognizing the diversity of Nepal as its strength. The unification of Nepal under King Prithvi Narayan Shah was not merely a political or territorial achievement. It was the birth of a new national identity. It brought together diverse cultures, languages, and traditions under a single banner. It laid the foundation for the modern nation of Nepal as we know it today. This unification also marked the beginning of the Shah dynasty, which ruled Nepal for over 2 centuries until the establishment of a republic in 2008. The legacy of King Prithvi Narayan Shah and the unification of Nepal continue to influence the socio-political fabric of the country. With the unification, Nepal stepped into a new age, one that would set the course for its future. The unification of Nepal was not just the creation of a geographical entity, but the birth of a nation, a culture, and an identity that thrives till today. In the 20th century, Nepal saw drastic changes, from the end of the Rana regime to the establishment of democracy. The Rana oligarchy, which had ruled Nepal for over a century, finally came to an end in the mid-20th century. This shift was largely due to the heroic efforts of King Tribhuvan, who, in 1950, staged a successful revolution against the ruling Rana Prime Minister, Mohan Shumsher. His brave actions led to the abolition of the Rana regime and the reinstatement of the Shah monarchy. With the Shah monarchy back in power, Nepal began its tentative first steps towards democracy. However, the road was not without its obstacles. The Panchayat system, implemented by King Mahendra in 1960, was a partyless political system that many saw as a thinly veiled autocracy. The desire for true democracy reached a fever pitch in the year 1990, culminating in the People's Movement. Thousands of Nepalese citizens took to the streets in a series of protests and strikes, demanding the restoration of a multi-party democratic system. Their efforts were not in vain, as the king was forced to make significant constitutional amendments, marking the beginning of modern democratic Nepal. However, the journey was far from over. The late 90s and early 2000s were marked by a decade-long Maoist insurgency, a civil war that claimed thousands of lives and caused widespread destruction. But as they say, it's always darkest before the dawn. In 2006, the Comprehensive Peace Agreement was signed, effectively ending the insurgency and paving the way for the establishment of a federal democratic republic. This agreement marked the beginning of a new era for Nepal, one characterized by peace and political stability. Despite its trials and tribulations, modern Nepal has emerged resilient, embodying the spirit of its diverse people. As we look to the future, we can only hope that the lessons learned from Nepal's tumultuous past will guide the nation towards a brighter, more prosperous future. From the ancient Kirat period to its current status as a federal democratic republic, Nepal's journey is a testament to its enduring spirit. Nestled in the heart of the Himalayas, this nation's history is as captivating as its landscape. We've traced the origins of Nepal, from the enigma of its beginnings through the reign of the ancient Kirat people. We've navigated the rich tapestry of the Malla dynasty, a time of architectural grandeur and cultural blossoming. We've witnessed the unification of Nepal, a critical turning point led by the visionary King Prithvi Narayan Shah. And we've explored the modern history of Nepal, a time of transformation and the establishment of the Federal Democratic Republic. Each era, each dynasty, each epoch has left an indelible mark on the nation, shaping its present and paving the way for its future. Indeed, the history of Nepal is as diverse and vibrant as the country itself, a saga of resilience, unity, and cultural